So let's continue with the bubbling part. We yesterday did the bubbling and capturing. The bubbling means the event goes from child to parent, parent to given parent. Capturing means event goes from given parent to parent, parent to child. Okay. So we did the yesterday bubbling capturing, but still there is something remaining, which we will take today. Let's work on that one. Today is September 2. Okay. Let's continue this one. So in the yesterday we have seen that there is a grandparent, and then we have the parent and child. And when we have the bubbling effect, we go from child to parent, parent to grandparent. So let's say it goes from child to parent and from parent to grandparent, and you don't want it to go to the grandparent. Okay, you want to stop here at the parent. So you want to stop at the parent level. You don't want something to go to grandparent. This is something you are thinking. So we have, let's make this false. Let's make this bubbling effect. So when I have the bubbling effect, first this child will be called, then parent will be called, then grandparent will be called. But what if you don't want to go to grandparent? You want to stay till here, parent, and after parent you don't want to do any activity. So here I can say e dot stop propagation. If I put here stop propagation, that means once it will reach the parent, it will not go up to the grandparent because the propagation will stop here only. So child will be called, then parent will be called, but after parent, this grandparent will not be called because here we have written stop propagation. If I write this stop propagation at child level, then it will not go even to the parent level. Okay, let's see what happens now if I put propagation here. So let's run this file. So we have this file. So now watch what happens when I click the child, that is the blue box. So child is called and parent is called. Grandparent is not called because we stopped the propagation here at the parent level. Let's say I stop this at the child level. Okay, let's say if I don't want even the parent, I can stop it here only. Then parent will not be called, grandparent will not be called, only the child will be called. So let's refresh it. Now only the child is called. So depend on where you want to stop propagation, you can put that propagation here, and after that propagation, it will not move the event listener to this grandparent. Any question on this one? Okay. If you have any question, you can ask me. Now, let's try to see one more use case for this one. I have one div. I will name it as event delegation. Okay, this is a div, event delegation. And inside this div, I have the UL with ID of category. Okay, and then inside UL, I have different categories like laptop, I create different categories: mobile and computer. Let's say each one has its own ID. So laptop has ID of laptop, mobile has ID of mobile, and computer has ID of computer. So I will assign the on-click event for all this ID which I created here. So let's go here. Let's put one HR here. So we have, and I will also give some, I will also give some styling. So let's give the styling to let's give the styling to everything here. For example, okay, let me delete this one. I will give UL as padding of 5 pixels, and for LI, I will give the padding of 15 pixels, and border of 1 pixel solid black. I will give margin of 25 pixels just to differentiate between two LI. I just put some styling. So let's see how it looks now. So here is my laptop, here is mobile and computer. Now what I will do, I will create, like we have this event listener. So I will do for each one event delegation. Here is event delegation is called. And for category, I will just say category. Category is called. Then for each one, I'll create like laptop. If someone click the laptop, if someone click the mobile, and if someone click the computer. So I gave the event listener to everything. Now we'll see what happens here. If I click laptop, okay, something is not right. So we have computer, mobile, laptop, category, event delegation. Okay. Now here we have event delegation. Okay. Spelling is okay. Now if I click laptop, you will see laptop is called and category is called and event delegation is called. If I click mobile, mobile is called, category is called, event delegation is called, because here that we have event delegation, category, laptop. If I click the laptop, first laptop will be clicked, then category will be clicked, then event delegation will be clicked. So now, we have 3 categories. So I have to write event delegation for all these 3 categories. Maybe there may be 100 categories. So writing the event delegation for all the small child element, it is better. We will only put the event. It's better to put the event listener on the parent one, like category one, and we can also know which one got clicked only based on the category part. So for example, it's useless to write the event delegation for each category, because this category can be dynamic also. You are calling from the server side, it comes and goes all the time. So it is better to write down the event delegation on the category part, not on the subcategory, not on each individual category. We have to do event delegation on the UL part, that is the parent one, not the child one. So what I will do, I will delete all this subcategory one, and I will only put event delegation, event listener on the category. So now let's go to page. Now if I click laptop, category is called event delegation is called. Mobile is clicked, category is called event delegation. So we have removed the event listener on each category, on each LI or in each category. So we are only putting event listener on the parent one. Since we don't need event delegation kind of thing, so we can stop the propagation after here also. I can say at the category level e dot stop propagation. I can put it here. Now, if I click any category, I'm only calling the category. I'm not calling the event delegation part, and I'm not calling the laptop, mobile, computer individually. Now, how to access which one got clicked, whether laptop got clicked, mobile got clicked, or computer got clicked? We are right now only getting the category, but there's a way to know whether laptop got clicked or mobile got clicked or computer got clicked. Let's see what is the way. I will see what E consists of. So let's try to console the E. And when I click laptop, you will see there is target, and inside the target we have the ID. We have inner HTML also, which we can check laptop, but better than inner HTML is ID. This ID is saying laptop. If we don't have ID, we can go with inner HTML also. So we can see that if ID is laptop, then we can redirect user to laptop page. Or if I click mobile, you will see ID is in the target. In the target, we have ID of mobile. So we can redirect user to mobile page. So here I can write category called with ID. In the ID, I will say e.target.id. So here we will know which one got clicked, whether mobile got clicked, whether laptop got clicked, whether computer got clicked, and based on that, we can say redirecting user to page. So we can redirect to the page to a different location. If it is mobile, we will redirect to mobile location. If it is laptop, we will redirect user to different location. So if it is laptop, I say redirecting user to laptop page. If I click mobile, I'm saying redirecting user to mobile page. If I'm clicking computer, I am saying redirecting user to computer page. So only in the category level, we handled all the LI tag, because category is a parent level, and we know that all the events will bubble up to the parent. And since we don't want event delegation to be called, so we stop the propagation here at the category level. So we didn't went to the event delegation. And this is a practical use of bubbling and capturing. It's called event delegation, where we delegate the event to the parent level, not at the child level, because we know from the child it will definitely go to parent, and so we will attach our delegation to parent level. Any question on this one?
So can you please tell the use case for this again?
Yeah, use case is this: when when we have category with hundreds of categories going down, and many new categories come as we scroll down. From server side, many more categories will come below it. Right now we have 3, but in practical it may be hundreds of categories, and it may use asynchronous call to get more subcategories. So we will not attach the event on each of the each of this LI tag, each of the category. We will attach the event at the top level, that is the parent level. And whenever anything is clicked, based on whatever is clicked, we can access it from the parent. It is called event delegation, that we are not putting event here, we are delegating the event to the parent, because this category can be dynamic, it comes from the server side. So attaching event listener on each of this category is not right, because there will be hundreds of categories coming, and once it comes, you will attach the event listener on each one is not appropriate. So we will attach only on the category level, and then if many subcategories are coming like here, many more categories are coming through asynchronous call, then everything will be, having that event listener based on the parent one. So we don't have to attach event listener on each individual one. That is the practical use case. So let me write down. This is called event delegation. Delegation means we are delegating the event listener of child to parent, because child can be added through injects call, and so creating event listener on each child is time consuming, and performance will be affected. So what we do? So we attach event to the parent, like here we did it. So what we did, we attached the event to the category, that is a parent level. We didn't attach the event listener to each category which we have in the list. Right now we have 3, but practically it may go to 100, it may go to 50, and many comes from server side. So many are dynamic. So attaching this event listener on the child will affect the performance. So we have to attach to the parent. That is called the event delegation. Is that clear? Any more questions?
Yes.
Okay. So we are done with the event bubbling, event capturing. Then we did event delegation, and we also did stop propagating the event. So these are the 4 things we did in this whole topic. Any questions on any of this part? Okay, no questions. Okay, so this one was the event. So also today we will start, first we will complete the React part. Though already I have done React long back, we will revise the React and we will do some simple projects on the React, and then we will move to Next.js. So for a few days from now, maybe a couple of weeks, we will be working on the React part only. And once all the concepts are clear of the React, we will start working on the Next.js. So let's try to install the React.js. So everyone install it, and tomorrow we'll start working on sample the concepts of the React. Okay, so I'll go to React installation, and in the installation, we have to see where is the installation. So they are suggesting to use the Next.js, which we will start after we are done with the React concepts. They have removed the React part here. Let me see where exactly is the React one. And this is the manual one. I just want to see. Yeah, so this is the command to install the React, and we will today only install the React. We will not. We will work from tomorrow on the React one. So everyone install the React one using this command. I'll give you in the chat also. So let's start and put one project here. So here is my React folder. I will go to that folder in the terminal, and also I'll create one file, readme.txt. So whatever I do, I will put it here. So let's create our first project here. First project, I will write on the first project, and we'll install it. So you can use this command to install the React code. I will also update this here. What we did event delegation and stop propagation events. Also install React.js using this npx command. So just install it. Let me know if you get any errors here. Also, everyone, just check what version of Node you have. If you have lesser version or greater than 20, then we have to move between 18 to 20. So your version of Node should be between 18 to 20. Put in comment what version of Node you have in your machine. Just type Node -v, and whatever version you get, just put it in the chat. My version is this one. Node version should be between 18 to 20. Yeah, so actually 20 gives some problem. Maybe, maybe try to keep it 20 for now. But if you get some problem in future, just you have to move it to this version which I have. Because many applications are not yet up to date with 20.15 or 20.17. We have to right now keep it as it is. But if you get problem in future, then you have to reduce it to 18 point something. Okay, we'll see. If you get problem, we'll see. Let me know when you're done with this. Is it done? This installation is done. Okay. So to run the React, we have to go to the project, that is the folder which we created, and we have to use npm start, or the people who prefer yarn. Yeah, I'm waiting for people who have not done it. So you can also use yarn start. I prefer yarn, but you can use anything. Now I'll double check if everything is working fine. I'll go to first project and I'll start. Maybe my port is already used somewhere, so I will just start in another port. Yeah, so this is working fine. So we are only doing React.js to understand the concepts of React. Right now, the world is moving to Next.js. So after we understand the concept of React, which we already did long back, but I want to refresh, I want to revise all the concepts again. We have to move to the next soon. So let's say this month we will be doing React.js, and next month, October month, we will be working on Next.js. Why Next.js? Good question. Can anyone tell me why Next.js?
I think both front end and back end we can do together in Next.js.
Together, server side and yeah. So the thing is that if you go with the only React, let's say like right now we have the React page. Now, if you see this content doesn't come in content, does it come inside the view source? Let's go to view source. So this view source has only div ID root. It will not show whatever content you have. So if Google searches this page, the Google will not find the content on your website. So many people either use this React server-side code or they move to the Next.js. So generally, we are doing Next.js because right now all the new companies, they want to move to the Next.js. So if you are not aware of Next.js, then you won't be able to work on the companies who have moved to the Next.js. There are many companies who are still in the React.js. If you get job there, it's fine. You're good. You don't need to learn that Next.js. But many companies now only ask people who know the Next.js. So you should know the Next.js. World is moving fast. If you don't know Next.js, after few months, you may not get job only in the React.js. Okay. Also, we should do the project in the TypeScript. So you should know TypeScript also. So after few weeks, I will also, do the TypeScript, the important parts of the TypeScript. TypeScript is a big one, but only I will explain important things in the TypeScript which are needed in our project part. Okay, is it done? Everyone done with the installation? Tomorrow we'll start working on the React also. React also in addition to whatever we are doing. Okay, just now today keep this installation ready. We'll start working on. I have confusion. What confusion you have?
What exactly is server-side rendering?
Okay, what exactly is server-side rendering? Let me explain you. Okay, so when you go to the React page, this is the React page. This is running on the client side, right? This React part is running on the client side. Whatever you do, you click something, you do anything on it, it runs on the client side. And it is a single page application. So you don't see the code here unless it is rendered on the client side. So when the page is loaded, whatever content you see, like edit, source, app.js, save to reload, you don't see it here. Because this content comes dynamically after the page is loaded. This content comes dynamically. It is not, when page load, there is no content like this on the page. So the page source does not have that content. And when the page is loaded, this is dynamically entered into the page. So this is called client-side rendering because we don't see the content here. This is a single page application. We don't see this content here on this view source of this one because this is running on the client side and dynamically using asynchronous call, you are getting this content and you are injecting that content on the page. So user can see this content, but when you go to page source, you don't see it here because it is coming dynamically. Now, let's say this happens into the Walmart.com or Amazon.com, then Google will not be able to find any product because Google will see only this part in Amazon.com. So any product you are searching in the Amazon, you cannot see in the Google because Google cannot go into that product because whenever it will go to the Amazon.com, it will see like this one. If Amazon.com is in the React, if you don't see in the page source, then how will Google will parse the page? How will you put your content into the Google? User can see, but when Google will go to your website to see what content you have, Google will not find it. So Google will not do SEO of that product. So for user, it is not a problem, but for Google, you will not see your content. You're getting the problem. Santosh, are you understanding? Yeah. So now, if you don't see the content, Google will not index that file. Google not ever index that Amazon.com, whatever you order it. Google will not index it. So user will not be able to find it because they go to Google and search something and they get the Amazon link. How they are getting Amazon link? Because Google goes to Amazon and it index that file in their system. So user is able to find it at amazon.com. So to solve that, we need to show the content on this page when you go to view source. Okay.
So we do things like Google Apps in the React applications.
Google cannot access React application, right?
Like Google Ads, if we want to put the Google Ads in our application, so we can't do that.
Ads you can put it. Ads you can put, but content of your website will not be searchable. You can put ads, you can take the ad part and then you can put in anywhere in the script, it will work fine. But we're not talking about ads, we are talking about the content on your website. Google will not parse that content, Google will not index that content. Okay, so here in the React, people used to do, before Next.js, what people used to do? People used to do server-side rendering of the React. Server-side rendering, what it does same thing. It takes the content and it will put the content here inside this div part using the server-side rendering. So there is a concept in server-side rendering in the React.js and Node.js. You have to put that in the Node.js, and then whenever Google will go to your page, Google will find the content using the server-side rendering. Or people used to put the server part that whenever the page will load, they use PHP to show the content. So the user will see this one only, but Google will use the PHP language to show the content here. So, when server-side rendering was also not very good initially, I used to use PHP and display the content to the user. I was taking this content and with PHP coding, I was putting that content here inside that. So that is another way of using the PHP and putting the content inside here. Another way is React server-side rendering, where you put the code in the Node.js and that code will put the content here inside this ID. Okay, let me tell you what are the different ways. Let me write down here okay, let's write down what are the different ways. So first way, use PHP coding to inject the content. Main is we have to inject the content on the page source. Second way, these are the old ways which people used to do before Next.js. In React server-side rendering. This we have to write in Node.js, and there should be React also involved, whatever you have. And based on this code in the Node and React, it was taking the component from the React.js and inject it into the page using the Node.js. So combination of both were used. This is something manual work. You have to do a lot of manual work in this part. So people used to do previously. This is also a lot of manual work is there, a lot of coding you have to write in PHP to inject the content on the page. And now Next.js is there, where you don't have to do anything. It automatically injects the code in view page source. So you just write down your React code and Next.js automatically injects the code into the view page source. And also, one second. So yeah, let's continue. So in the Next.js, it automatically injects the code in the view page source. And also you don't need Node.js or PHP part. It also does the server-side coding. So anything which you used to write down in the Node.js, now everything you have to write in the Next.js. So all backend code, all database connection will go to Next.js server-side part. And in the Next.js, we have the client-side part also, which everything is in the React, but you have client-side code also, which you use React.js to build the pages. So you will write everything in the React.js, and all database connection you will write in the Next.js, and all backend API, all the API will be created in the Next.js. Otherwise, previously you have to create the API in the Node.js, use it in the React.js, or you have to write the API in the PHP and use it in the React.js. Now after Next.js, everything is in the Next.js, so you don't have to write anything separately than Next.js. So it is the full package which you have to do in the Next.js. Is that clear? Any more questions on it? Okay, let's write down this whatever we did today. Let's update it here in the bubbling and capturing. I did even delegation. And then in the index we added this code. Or let me write on this index again.
Emergency is done.
Okay. I'll update this document. We'll see tomorrow. Okay.